Check, check. Check, check. Okay, I think I overpower the music. Alright. One second while I get all this taken care of. Just try and get everything set up. Oops. Okay. Excuse me. Once I get this all set and going. Oops. Oopsies. Messing stuff up. Okay. Oh, it's messing stuff up. Okay. So, I have never played this game. And I'm really hoping I got the music turned down enough. I thought I had the sound turned down enough in Layers of Fear. Only to find out when I was clipping out all my screams that I was drowned it out. But I think that might have been the headset I was using. So I'm using a different headset. Used a different headset in Spyro as well. Same one I'm wearing now. But, alright. Just checking something, make sure everything's good to go. Okay. Looks good. Alright, now I've never played this game. I have no idea how scary it's going to be. It has a scary looking squirrel on the front of it. I have no idea how to play this game. Yes, I've never played, so it's not going to override anything. And this is very disturbing.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum. Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
Is that me? Why are you leaving your kid?
Attention, patrons. The park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees, prepare the park for shutdown.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
Atlantic Island Park, a tribute to the untamed art of the Solomon Island and the people who used their talents to bring the dream of Nathaniel Winter to life. May this park be a place where joy and laughter are gathered and used to infect all those who follow after. Dedicated this first day of May 1977. James B. Longley. Oops. My controller's gonna want to be. Okay. There's a person.
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath. Think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
Shouldn't I go check the car and make sure that that was him? Instead of just blindly going into this park. Okay, he's not on the car. So they have actually thought of that, of somebody actually going to check.
Callum, where are you going?
Over here.
Wait for mommy, Callum!
Over here.
Is that him on the stairs?
There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
Oh, where'd it go? One thing I don't like about this headset, it doesn't fit my head right. It's too big for my head. Oh.
Oh God. The park. What happened here?
L3. Oh, that's... Says...
You
Okay.
can't catch me.
losing my breath? I don't have like a stamina bar or anything.
Callum? Where'd you go?
Catch me, Mommy.
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
Over here.
I think this belongs to Callum.
Okay, put the shoe down. Okay.
Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Alright, let's read this. Chad the Chipmunk, interesting name, but we'll go with it. Welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. Chad could be seen daily ice sculpting shows in the following locations: 11 a.m. Sideshow Alley, 1 p.m. the Octron, 3 p.m. Park entrance. Then there's graffiti. Chad the Chipmunk, worst in class. Chad can't even seem to pass. Oh, there's more. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slob. Okay. Come on. Back out of there. Come on. No. I don't want to read it again. I put it away. Thank you. This furry little fucker was on the the main cover of the game with red glowing eyes. What's this? Restrooms? Can I go in? What was that?
Come back, Callum.
Come on, this way.
Ooh, handwritten note.
I wonder what this is.
Purchase the land on Solomon Island for a pittance. I might add, whatever old Archie Henderson did to the locals, just the mention of his name had people slamming doors and locking shutters. From the moment I arrived on the island, my lawyers had arranged everything in advance, but the realtors still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. He took it upon himself to offer me another warning. I don't know what you're planning to do with this land, Mr. Winter, but the soil here is bitter with a curse carried from the old country. Old man Henderson, he did terrible dark things, and the island remembers, sir. Can you hear talking? I got it turned down too low. I can't understand what it's saying, but I hear talking. I dismissed him shortly afterwards, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts at warning me off. I have a great vision for this place and the will to see that vision through the very end. Atlantic Park, the name is perfect, and I cannot imagine it being anything else. This is the start of something amazing. I might have to turn the volume up because I can hear talking, but I can't understand what it's saying because it's too low.
for me, Callum?
This way.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum.
Come on, Mommy.
Callum, stay where you are.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor,
Alright, we're gonna ride the swan.
very little to bite or sup.
Where are you?
Probably wasn't a bright idea to get on the swan. Because he is not answering back.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup. What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there. No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all 4 starve, you fool.
What I hit?
Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. Do not fret, Gretel, Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets.
Can't look behind me.
The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day.
Oh, hello.
Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods. When their father leaves them, the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents' house. After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself, the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again. Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days.
I'm gonna get stuck on this ride, ain't I? This is probably the worst idea I've ever had. Let's just randomly go on this park
The
ride.
children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls. Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. "Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you." But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. "Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you." The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. "You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside," the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed.
The fuck?
Once inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage.
That's the second time we've hit something.
And put Gretel to work.
My controller's like
sweeping,
vibrating.
cleaning her hut. "Your brother will make a
I'm gonna die before we even get this game started.
Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him." Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. "Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel.
What's that?
Climb inside and light the oven." But Gretel pretended not to understand. "I do not know how. Where is the opening?" "Fool!" the old witch said. "The opening is here." And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked. And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
Different ending. Respect. Oh, the duck.
Someone was detected at the front door.
I forgot to turn the lights off. Are you gonna stop? Is the doggy barking back at you? That's funny.
Where are you, Callum? Where's my boy?
This way, Mommy.
Hansel and Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws.
It's weird to fantasize that your son is your brother, but
Come to mommy, Callum. Callum? Callum?
Catch me, Mommy.
Another accident. This place.
despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbons, so the only real questions is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out, excuse me, of simple curiosity. I deduce what was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. It's astonishing to think that a renaissance of positive emotions can be used to fool such a process. Henderson himself chose to use negative, and that goes some of the talent. It still lingers in this place. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon I will know if this has been all for nothing.
Where are you? Wait, Callum!
Can I go up there? No. Another ride. Why are these rides over water? Understand the duck one.
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy. Where did you go?
frustrated by the fact that the plan seems incomplete. I know as well as anybody that the rules of the game can be changed with enough money, but no matter how much money talks, it can't conjure up missing plans from thin air. I've tried contacting the organization who sold me these plans, and they are stonewalling me. Every contact that I had, every meeting place that I have watched are swept bare. I have a stinking feeling that I have been swindled. We've gone ahead with what we could find in the plans regardless. The harvesting machines and the transport mechanisms, etc. I'll probably let Nicholas name them something cute for the day we open the park. They will be rides after all. Okay. Okay, I can't go that way.
Callum!
What? I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
I can't get on while it's moving.
Oh, I'm supposed to stop it. Let's make another bad choice. Let's ride another ride. This thing's gonna go spinning like crazy and then excuse me. I'm scared of. decides the ride shouldn't be going. Because I just made it stop, and I'm the only one here. Wait, is there somebody in there?
Callum, where are you? Oh, I remember this.
Family ties.
Hello? Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. And they shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
I thought working the park in the summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of the season here really drags. There aren't many tourists around, and so most of the staff spend their days standing around gossiping. And most of that gossip is about Chad. I mean Steve C. Even I am starting to call him Chad. And I went to school with the guy. It's like that goddamn suit. In the beginning, it was a laugh. Steve and the local lush as Chad the Chipmunk, child-friendly mascot at Atlantic Park. Lock up your daughters and all that. But the more he wears that suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first, it was little things like refusing to change out the suit at work and taking it home them every day. But then I saw him at Susie's Diner still wearing it, and it wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained discreetly to the park management about the smell, and I saw him walking and talking with Mr. Winter, the owner, one day. But nothing seems to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by. And apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since last time I saw him. Puking up in a gutter outside Cycle Station because he sure as hell can carve a mean ice sculpture. Those shapes he makes in the ice, though, they give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, lucky me, and he just hung around for a while. I couldn't really tell because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me, sizing me up, eye-fucking me, whatever he was doing. I asked him what he wanted, and he just stood there not saying anything. Eventually I called my supervisor, and when he came by, Steve wandered off. My supervisor told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. Also, I quit. I don't want to see that chipmunk suit ever again. Laura and
Come out, sweetie.
Mother ducks.
What?
Come out, sweetie. Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
I think he's always in front of me. That's even if that is him.
Constant crashes and 80s music. I guess it floats someone's boat.
That kind of scared me. Okay. That was interesting. Shocking revelations. I'm getting scared again. Why? Just because I saw that? Can I go out here?
Come back.
You know, why don't I just say, fuck this kid, I'm no longer a mom, and I'm ditching the park.
Hello?
What's that? Trophy earned. The shakes. Accident report. Employee name Francis something. Time and date of the accident October 25th, 1976. Job title and department. Laborers working on the crane. Supervisor lead person Richard Stapleton. Witness is Lawrence Creed and Michael Edgeworth. Brief description of the incident. During the transfer of the bumper cars into the arena, one of the straps attaching the load to the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis, oh my, who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Describing any injuries caused, Francis was killed. Did the injured employee see a doctor? Said yes. If yes, did you file an employee's portion of the workers' compensation form? Yes. Supervisor's comments. Dexter, the truck driver, claims to not have seen somebody in the back of the load undoing the straps. Nobody else reported seeing that. Oh, sorry. He claimed to have seen somebody. I can't read, apparently. On the back of the load, and nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff had requested that Dexter provide them with urine samples. What could have been done to prevent this incident? Double checking the straps after transit should be mandatory, and a drug screening for all drivers. Have the unsafe conditions been corrected? No. Employee or supervisor's signature, ineligible signature. Date 25th October 1976. Additional comments. That legit sounded like a fart, but okay. The local laborers are suspicious, and this hasn't helped. Some of them are refusing to return to work. Do we have someone from the local church walk the park and exorcise the spirits. The fuck? What's got my attention? Why can't I? Oh, hello. Where are you going? Why'd you just take out all those cars and go over the fuck over there? Can I go over there? Oh, you're just showing me the stairs.
Stay where you are!
What? Why is there a baby?
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff. Don't be afraid.
Continuing delayed by the incompetence of the builders. The problem is that they are locals, and so they believe a lot of the rumors about the old man Henderson used to do here. They grew up on those tales. Every time a bolt comes loose or wrench goes missing, those fools are crossing themselves against black magic. Of course, that's why I choose this site over all the potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energy. And thought that all the power is just disparaging beneath earth here. Makes my skin crawl. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn. I got somebody at the local academy to see if they had interesting books about local history. Turns out they do, and it turns out that the old man Henderson has some pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the piece of plans that I am missing. Get over there. Cutting in the line. I don't think you about care. rides Ferris wheel. What could go wrong? I look at both sides at least. Kind of.
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. But I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Don and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Don was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
Okay, so your man died building this Ferris wheel, and you take your kid that you was originally going to leave out in the parking lot back to this amusement park where your man died. Am I going backwards? Oh, there is somebody in there.
Mommy is coming, Callum! Where are you? Callum!
Can I make it go, like, too fast? I should try this with the octopus one. That farting sound again.
Where did you go? So we are going the closest place then. Doesn't surprise me.
It's so distracting hearing that. I got it. Spectre connects after touring the park, riding the rides, and viewing the number of the Spectre opinions to be shut down. Family of 3 killed when the coaster cart derailed. 14 separate incidents of broken bones and crushed ribs while riding the Octotron. 3 suicides from the top of the Ferris wheel. A child seriously injured on the escalator. Over a dozen children reported missing in the House of Horrors since it's constructed. 1 reported drowning in the Tunnel of Shells. A sheer volume of incidents means that this must be the strongest recommendation. Oh my.
Alan, where did you go? Where are you, Callum?
That's so annoying. I got it going so fast.
Callum? Tell Mommy where you are!
Can't even hear it over the Ferris wheel. I got it going so fast. I have a feeling this kid is something
Stay where you are!
in her imagination. Because the kid went from talking to baby crying.
Mommy is coming, Callum.
Oh. Spin, spin,
Callum, where are you?
That's so annoying. I gotta get away from that Ferris wheel. Even though I caused it.
A lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people! You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping a piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... we all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
That's what I said, bitch. I said abandon the little fucker before we even entered the park.
Don't be afraid.
Somebody's watching me? I think that's what the voice said.
Where are you, Callum? I always wanted to ride this one. Never got around to do it before.
Trophy earned, ups and downs.
What do you want?
We need to talk about Callum.
What do you mean? What have you done to him?
That's insulting. You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
Where is Callum?
The poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Tell me where my son is.
The witch has him now. Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
What? Guess I'm having flashbacks to giving birth. Even though my kid is like 5. The fuck? Can't face. It works. The calculations and adjustments work. The transport and storage mechanisms seem to be flawless. What a wonderful day. Only if these people knew what they were fueling and why. And what if people leave the park at the end of the day feeling dour? I don't know. So... what if the children were scared than excited on the roller coaster? This could be a doorway to morality. Such doorways open only to those. I'll find the key.
Callum? Callum!
I got invited to a party. Oh, flashlight. Yes, please.
The witch awaits.
Hope's light. Can I have that duct tape too? How do I use the flashlight?
I'm not playing anymore, Callum!
Follow the breadcrumbs.
Callum has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him. I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. But they are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me. I can save him. And there will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why. The whole town was shocked by that one. Never found out who did it.
Cotton candy corpse. Leaves sour taste in park goer's mouth. Yesterday evening. Blah, blah, blah. I was a child.
This isn't a game, Callum!
Don't let him take me.
Come back!
Don't let the witch put me in the oven.
I can help you, Callum.
What are you scared of?
Callum, where are you?
Mommy, I'm scared.
I'm gonna bet this kid never existed.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum! This isn't a game, Callum!
Okay, now I'm stuck in here. And there's like nothing to explore. And I don't know how to use my flashlight. It's messed up looking.
Poor bastard. Who did this to him? I can help you, Callum. Now we've had one jump scare. I probably missed a whole bunch. We've been going on for a little over an hour. I've already startled my dog. She was sleeping when I screamed and made her jump up. I saved. I don't know what else to do right now. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it quits. So, everybody have a good night. Maybe we'll continue this next Thursday. I'll put a poll up to see if you guys enjoyed this game or if we should move on. So, check the community tab and let me know.